Hello and welcome to Tim's School of Fish. Just wanted to do a video here. I've got a couple of honey gouramis, a pair of honey gouramis in a community tank in my 40-gallon breeder tank. You can check out another video that I posted of that tank, and I'll be doing an update on that tank soon. But they have spawned, and you can see one of the larger fry there. He's the largest one in the tank. They are about 3 weeks old right now, and he is much larger than all the rest. You can see another one right here zipping around by the heater there. You can see how much larger he is than the other one. And there are about 30 of them in there. Here's a couple more down at the bottom. And you can sort of see them because they are kind of black and silver at the moment. There's one by the heater, one down here on the bottom. Here's another one over here. I'm just keeping them in a bare bottom tank right now. Like I said, they're about 3 weeks old. I had about 150 fried to begin with. Of course, I don't think they all made it. From what I can tell, I've got between 30 and 40 right now. And there's some stuff in the bottom of the tank. I've been doing 25% water changes about every other day. Initially, I wasn't doing water changes very often because when I did it the first time, the first water change I did, I sucked up a lot of the fry and I had to scoop them back out and put them back in the tank. And they were so small that I was afraid of losing them. But what I have found out is that these fry will secrete hormones and inhibit the growth of other fry. And so that's why it's so important to do water changes. So I've been doing those water changes, but I haven't cleaned out the bottom of the tank. And I'm really not too worried about it at the moment. I want to wait until they get a little bit bigger, and then I'll clean out the bottom real good. I just don't want to suck up any more fry, because that was difficult to get those guys back out of there and back into the tank. Initially, I just put some floating plants in there that I had from some other tanks, and you know, they were feeding on infusoria off of those floating plants. Then I started feeding them just spirulina powder that you can get at any health food store or the vitamin department of your local retail store, Walmart or Walgreens or something. It's just spirulina powder, and they love it, and I recommend it. You feed it to all your fish. With the fry, I would just take a small amount and sprinkle it on the top, and then the small spirulina particles will slowly begin to descend, and you can see the fry eating that up. They were so small, that's all they could take initially, and now I'm feeding them baby brine shrimp, which I'm about to do. I've got a little brine shrimp hatchery right next door here, and they're large enough to take that. So I'll feed them brine shrimp about a couple times a day. I'll crush up some flake food and drop it in there, and trying to get them accustomed to that as well. What I do with the spirulina powder with my other fish in my other tanks, I will take a ring, a plastic ring, from the top of a 2-liter bottle or a water bottle or something, just that little plastic ring that's right under the screw top on your plastic drink bottles, and it'll float right on top of the water, and I'll just sprinkle some spirulina powder in there, and it works as a perfect little feeding ring. And I really recommend you do that for all your fish. It's high in protein, it's got lots of vitamins and trace elements that they need, and your fish love it. So, you know, if you can do that, just supplement your adult fish with some spirulina powder, and it also makes great fry food for when they're too small to take anything else. So like I said, right now these Honey Gourami are about 3 weeks old, and as they grow I will do some update videos and let you know how this is going. Alright kids, that's it for today. Class is dismissed.